Welcome to today's show. Today we're going to be talking about the Blast Pro Series in LA. We'll be going through the 6 teams that are going to be playing this weekend, and then we'll also be doing our draft for the tournament. And then at the end, we'll discuss the punishment for the player who comes in last place for this event. So Blast Pro Series LA starts this weekend. To be exact, it starts on Saturday. With 6 teams. You've got MIBR, Renegades, FaZe, NRG, Liquid, and the newly formed Cloud9, which is interesting. So, in fact, probably today, why don't we start our discussion with the new formed Cloud9 and go through their roster a little bit. So, the original roster only consists of 1 player, and that's automatic. The new players are Mixwell, Daps coming over from NRG, Kusta, who we've seen a lot, and then you have Tens, who's an up-and-coming, very good player. This is kind of his first major scene on a Tier 1 team, so I'm actually really excited to watch him play, and kind of nice to see Mixwell back in the Tier 1 action for top-level CS players. So, anyway, starting with Cloud9, anything that you guys are looking out for, or anyone you're interested in watching for this weekend?
Yeah, just overall as a team, I'm worried for Cloud9. This could either go, really well or really bad for them. And I think any team, even if you have Astralis, just mixing a new guy into the squad, it's always going to create complications. So I would say that I don't really expect from a fantasy point that Cloud9 is going to go far. But I'm hoping that they are able to do well for the NA region this tournament. We'll see, but it's always scary when there's a new roster change. I think it's just too much of a 50-50. It could go either way.
Definitely feel like they have more of a plan now with all these new guys coming in. Feel like this is a fresh restart for them, where before it was, when they brought in Vice and Cajun B and Golden, just kind of felt like they were trying to just, make these simple patches that weren't really working. They were kind of digging themselves a bigger hole. So I feel like they finally realized, we just clear out the house. Let's keep Automatic because he's always been a good fragger, and just restart. Let's got a whole new game plan now, fresh start.
Yeah, and I guess, like you said, too, they just did that roster change, just doing another roster change, so hopefully this one will be the one that sticks. But, I feel like it would be safe to say Cloud9 could go 4 to 5, 6 different roster changes before we see something finally that's going to stick.
My 2 cents on this is I'm very excited. Cloud9 is one of my favorite organizations. I'm a big Cloud9 lover. I loved it when they won the major. I was a huge Stewie 2K fan. That was when it was Stewie, Automatic, Skadoodle, Rush, and Tarek.
I thought it was Shroud.
Oh yeah, that was
good for the major.
For New York?
No. This was for when they won it in Boston.
Right.
So I'm excited to kind of see this rejuvenated lineup. The only 2 question marks, in my opinion, is going to be Kusta and Daps. Daps a little bit less so because we've seen him play at a top level with NRG. But Kusta's always been on lower end Tier 1 teams, I guess you could call it. So, he played for Ghost. I believe he played... here, I'm going to go through his teams right now, actually.
I say he's still... facing a lot of the top tier teams.
You saw him on Torqued. You saw him on CLG, right? He was on Liquid. That was back in 2016. He's been there, but he's been moving around quite a bit. But on Ghost, he played there for almost an entire year. And Ghost was out. They played in Pro League. They played against all the top teams. So that could have been his time to develop into, the proper pro player. And we're going to assume he'll most likely be their full-time opera, right? So question mark will be around Kusta and Daps for me. I think Mixwell, Automatic, for sure. You know what you're going to get out of those guys. They're proven veterans, even though Automatic's only 22. He's actually younger than Kusta. And Tens, having the young fragger come in, his first time on a bigger, probably his biggest event he's ever played at, for sure, in this stage of his career. And coming and signing with a top-tiered organization. I'm excited to watch him play. I think they're going to be the dark horse of this tournament, and I know a lot of this panel is probably not going to pick any of the players or even think that they're going to get
too
out
risky
to the
with this
semifinals.
humiliation.
Right
I'm going to call it now. I think Cloud9 makes it to the semifinals of this event. just because of how long they've had, how much time they've had off, and how motivated these players will be. And I think TenZ is going to be one of the standout players of this event. Mark my words, because this is probably going to be a clip after the event occurs that we can post. So I'm really excited to see C9 back in action and see what they can achieve this weekend.
Yeah, I do agree with you, though, because I would say from the of these teams, the top 4, I would say, are really MIBR, Cloud9, FaZe, and Team Liquid. That's who I plan to see at the semifinals.
Yeah. I have a very different semifinal. I would definitely go... I 100% think that Liquid and FaZe are going to be there. I don't think MIBR is going to be anywhere near, especially now that Coldzera, their best player, doesn't want to play for them. I think it's going to be NRG and then between Cloud9 and Renegades as that last team.
That's close from what I believe, too. I think your top 3 teams are going to be Liquid, FaZe, and NRG. And I think the last semifinal spot's going to be battled out between MIBR and Cloud9. That's where I think. And I think Cloud9 is just going to edge MIBR out right now. Like you said, Nick, I think MIBR, they're down. They're not in the right form right now, and it doesn't help that their best player says that he doesn't want to play with them anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, I'm assuming he's not going to hold that against the team. He's not going to play any worse. He'll probably still play the same. But again, just for the overall team morale and boost right now, it's probably at an all-time low for that team. So I think for my top 4 and semifinal picks, I've got, like I said, NRG, FaZe, Liquid, and Cloud9. I think it's going to be really close between Cloud9 and MIBR in this tournament.
I'm a little jaded with NRG. I find that NRG just really relies on Breek and Breeze and Cirque quite a bit, especially if they don't get the right maps that they need where Cirque can use that op. It's going to be a no-show for NRG.
Let's look at the maps, because it's already the matchups
they're up.
So NRG plays their first game against FaZe on Nuke, which is a long-range map, so you'll get the op out. They then play on Overpass against Liquid. Again, another opping map. However, it is against Liquid.
Yeah.
Then they play on Inferno. Sorry, then they play Dust 2 against Renegades. That's a win.
That'll be a good map for NRG.
That's a win, and that's a map where you literally could do double, triple ops.
If they do really well there, I'll eat my words for the top 4 for the semifinals.
They're literally going to be...
Then show up. Then you've got Inferno against MIBR, and then their last game's on Nuke again against Cloud9. Okay. Actually, this is probably a good test. We could go through these matchups here and go through each map and kind of predict, what they're going to... Like, this first game on Nuke against FaZe, that's a toss-up for me.
Like, I want to see who you think Cloud9 is going to beat when we go match by match, who you think that they can beat.
Okay,
if we actually look deep into it.
Realistically, so we'll go to Cloud9 right now. We'll start Cloud9.
Yeah.
Cloud9 will start off with a loss on Inferno against Liquid. Liquid will win that match.
For sure.
Then they go to Mirage. And Mirage is kind of a pug map, so you see those a lot in public online matches. You probably scrim it a lot too, especially in NA. MIBR, they're traveling back home from Cologne. They're on an all-time low. There's probably no time for any scrimming, any practice, and there's no game tape right now on Cloud9, right? So they don't know what their setups are going to be, who's going to play on what map or what bomb sites. They're going to be going in there cold. Cloud9 has all this video in the world on MIBR. I'm picking Cloud9 to beat MIBR in this map on Mirage. So right now, 1-1. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I can definitely see that 1-1. I think I have to agree with you right now.
So 1-1.
Yeah.
FaZe. Their next game is against FaZe again on Mirage.
So now FaZe is going to have tape, like fresh tape on Cloud9.
Yeah.
And I don't think Cloud9 has enough where they can kind of switch everything up, because they have been together for a little bit, but not long enough where they can set up multiple plays where they can start faking FaZe out on who's going to sit where on which bomb site. So I think FaZe is going to kind of know what Cloud9 is going to do at this point, and I think FaZe is better.
Well, FaZe won't have any tape because
they won't know what they're doing.
They're playing. The only thing they'll be able to do is watch that game.
Yeah.
So because that'll be 5 p.m. our time. Mm-hmm. Liquid plays NRG. And MIBR plays Cloud9, and FaZe has a time off at that point. They played Renegades, and they're off. But then they play right again. So they'll have to watch that C9 game and go right into it. So here's the thing. FaZe gets to watch C9 play, but C9 goes from one game right into the next. There's no break, nothing.
So it depends how well they play against MIBR sets it up.
Yeah. So if they beat MIBR and they're feeling good, how does that go for them against FaZe.
Just good motivation.
It depends how the game starts at this point, because I think that if you let Nico and Rain and Guardian kind of set them, solidify themselves during the game, they're going to run away against Cloud9 at that point.
And I would say pure individual skill on a team, FaZe beats out MIBR in that sense. So.
Yeah, like your top 3 from FaZe are going to, I think you're better than your top 3 from.
And with Cloud9 as
Cloud9.
Yeah,
Nico, Rain, and Guardian.
Nico's better than Automatic. Rain and Mixwell, that's a toss-up.
Close.
That's very close.
And then Tens and Guardian? I would take Guardian.
Well, just because you have to compare Guardian basically to Kusta
because it's your oppers, right?
They're oppers.
Yeah.
Honestly, the guy who's going to be the wild card in this entire event is going to be Tens.
Yeah.
Because if Tens plays at a top level, like he's proven to, I guess what you could say, what he's the hype that's behind him, what he's capable of. But again, will that translate to higher NCS? Like, this is a big event. These are all big organizations and really good teams, right? You got 3 top 10 teams, and you got NRG, who's just outside the top 10. Oh no, who's just outside the top 10?
Renegades are just outside.
Was it Renegades?
I think they're like 15th or something.
Yeah. It's Renegades at 16th.
Yeah. 16th.
And you have MIBR at 13th, right? So it's not like these are bad teams, right? They're all top 15, top 16 teams. So I think Tens is going to be the wild card throughout this event. And looking at their schedule, I think the game against FaZe is going to dictate whether or not they advance.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if I go forward, I think right now they have 2 wins for sure. I think they beat MIBR and I think they beat Renegades. The toss-up map, in my opinion, is against FaZe because it's on Mirage. Uh-huh. The map that I'm not confident at all is their last game against NRG on Nuke. Just because it's on Nuke, and it's a very hard map to not only scrim, but strategize for. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't been together that long, typically teams aren't practicing Nuke that much. So they might be somewhat disorganized against a team that's a top 5 team that I'm sure practices quite a bit on it.
Yeah, because that's really, like, when your entry flashes and all those have to be really bang on Nuke for you to do well. Got,
in my opinion, they're going to finish 2 and 3. That's their record.
See that.
We'll
but
see
you know
what's
kind
of finish 2 and 3.
Say the same thing about FaZe.
FaZe can go 2 and 3 for sure.
Let's go through theirs. I think that they beat. First game is against NRG, and what's that on?
They're on Nuke.
So what do you think of that?
That's a toss-up. These are all really good games. I'm glad one of the good
maps. The map
dictates this, right? Because it's on Nuke. Man, it's tough. And typically Nuke favors EU teams over NA teams. But based off of pure form right now, NRG is playing a lot better than FaZe.
Yeah.
And FaZe is playing with a new IGL. But at the same time, 4 of the guys have been on the same team now for a long time.
So here's the thing now. If we look at it, that C9 FaZe game is a pivotal one because whoever wins that, if we're looking at it, will go 3 and 2, and then they'll go 2 and 3.
Yes.
Like if you look at it, because you think that FaZe is going to beat Renegades and MIBR, and then if we're saying they're going to lose to NRG and Liquid.
Oh, and FaZe is playing Renegades on Train. However, Renegades play Train really well. That's not going to be a...
So I feel like that's the only map they do really well.
I feel like you guys think Renegade's just going to get swept out of this.
I don't think so.
Renegades.
I don't think so. I think the one team that's in shambles to go 0 and 5 or possibly 1 and 4 is MIBR.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Like if they lose their first map against Renegades, then I think it's downhill from there.
Yeah, it's either really good or really bad.
Well, tell me this: would you pick Cloud9 over Renegades?
Yeah.
You take Cloud9 over Renegades?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would take Cloud9.
That's what I've been thinking.
It's also kind of risky, though, too, because it's a whole new roster.
Think about how long Renegades has been around for and the top teams that they've beaten at this point.
I'm telling you right now, just because the event is in the States.
Yeah.
There's no travel for Cloud9. Cloud9 didn't play last weekend. Every single one of these teams played last weekend, so they had to travel from Cologne to the United States this week. Who knows how much practice time? And Cloud9's coming in with no game tape against them. So none of these teams can prepare against Cloud9. They don't know who's playing where on each map or whatever site on each map, right? But again, so I'm taking Cloud9 over Renegades. Then it's this is tough. So going back to FaZe, I'm gonna give them I think they beat NRG on Nuke. Then I think they beat Renegades, so they'll be 2-0.
2-0.
Then they go up against Cloud9, and I think they go 3-0. I think they beat Cloud9. Again, this is a toss-up, but I think they beat Cloud9. I think they then beat MIBR, and lose to Liquid. I
so
think
4-1.
They go 4-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it all depends on that phase in NRG game.
I think they go 4-1. Liquid goes 5-0.
Yes,
and they're in. And those.
So
are
those are your top two, right?
Yeah.
So we're done with those two. Then we go to NRG, right? So we predicted NRG is already going to get 2 losses because they're going to lose to FaZe and they're going to lose to Liquid, right? So then they play Renegades on Dust 2. I think they win that.
Yeah.
So they're 1 and 2. Then
against MIBR.
Who do they play next? And MIBR on Inferno. Ooh, that's the one map that these Brazilians play very well.
Really well.
But that's where I say, okay, new roster update. You got Coldzera in there who's not feeling too happy. I would give this one energy.
Well, I think they win.
It depends on how dedicated to the game right now Coldzera is to MIBR. Because if he's not really in it, then they're going to lose.
Well, I'm sure he's dedicated.
He's their best player. But
I think NRG goes 3-2. I think they go 3-2 and they're in the semifinals and they'll be playing FaZe.
Yeah, I could see that.
So right now you are already giving Renegades and Cloud9 3 losses.
So you think? So now they're both going to be out because there's
now
6 teams.
MIBR is out.
Now it's between MIBR, Renegades, and Cloud9.
So what we're down to now is.
But here's the thing: NRG. So now at this point, MIBR has lost 3 games.
Yeah.
So the best that they can do is go 2-3. So we're down to, does MIBR beat Cloud9 and do they beat Renegades? And I personally think Renegades beats them in map 1 on Train.
Because that is Renegades, a good map for them. Yeah. So now MIBR is out. Are we saying
they play Mirage?
Are we saying they go 0-5?
MIBR plays Renegades on Mirage.
Are we saying MIBR goes 0-5 in this tournament?
I don't know.
If Renegades beats them, then I believe they go 0-5 because I think Cloud9 beats them too.
So now
on that first match, you're saying they lose that first match.
Because their first match, that if they lose their first match, I believe Cloud9 beats them, and at that point,
what kind of mood do you think?
We've given wins to every single team. I'm actually thinking MIBR goes 0-5. I think Renegades goes 1-4, and Cloud9 goes 2-3.
So that Cloud9 versus Renegades game is the pivotal one. It's pretty much who wins that is who you think is going to move on to semis.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if we saved our picks and brackets to see what happens. Like we should maybe do that too.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. Just see who wins this.
Just go based off of records because you can do that, right? One team will go. No, one team will not go. It's possible that some team doesn't go 5-0.
Well, yeah, we're putting a lot of
emphasis on. We're saying some teams are going to go 5-0, but
But MIBR could show up. Cloud9 could show up.
2 teams that go 4-1, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, that's how I think it's going to go. I think it's going to go Liquid will be the 1 seed, 2 seed NRG, or sorry, 2 seed will be FaZe, 3rd seed NRG, 4th seed Cloud9.
Huh.
And then you'll have then Renegades, then MIBR.
That's
what I think. I don't know.
I think last two, that first game too, with that FaZe and NRG on Nuke. I think that's going to be that huge deciding factor for FaZe, and just FaZe with their knowledge, they're just going to ignore that long side for Cirque and Breeze. So I think it's going to be an easy win for FaZe on that, and they'll take it the rest of the way.
The first 2 games in this tournament are going to, in my opinion, are going to dictate a lot of how this ends up.
Like the first 2 are actually the most exciting.
Yeah, Renegades MIBR and FaZe NRG.
Yeah.
I think if Renegades beats MIBR, that dictates that MIBR goes 0-5. I don't think they win a game. I think it's just going to solidify that they're going to continue to spout, especially if it's like a 16-4 or something like that, like a beatdown.
Oh, that'd be scary.
And then I think what's going to happen with NRG and FaZe, the winner of this finishes 2nd place.
So I have it written down now. You can give me your records for what you think each team's going to finish. We'll go through.
Okay.
Everyone go through.
Okay, so
Liquid. Give me your records.
Liquid, I think they go 5-0.
5-0. Okay.
I'm going to say 5-0 too.
5-0? Yeah. I'm going to go 5-0.
I'll go 4-1. I'll just be that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they have a slip up.
It's true. It's very true.
5-0
MIBR is a whole, almost a new roster. Cloud9 whole new roster.
So now we have to say, who do you think beats Liquid?
It's either going to be FaZe or NRG. I mean, there's no way Cloud9 does, and then I think we all know that MIBR and Renegades is not really going to get close.
No.
So with that, let's go NRG then. If you're saying that because now we have to go, you have to really think about, to pick what each team's win record, you have to really think about who beats who at this point.
Yeah. I'm probably going to mess up those numbers.
I think NRG goes 3-2.
MIBR, Renegades, and FaZe.
I think NRG goes 3-2. Their wins are going to come against Cloud9, Renegades, and MIBR.
Okay.
But again, though, and NRG starts off their games with the two toughest matchups. Like they play FaZe and then Liquid, so they potentially could go 0-2.
Yeah.
And have to win out.
And your morale shot.
Yeah.
And remember, so they changed up the format this year. They play all 5 games in one day. Typically, it's split in between 2.
That's tough.
But what they're doing is all 5 games in one day, and then they go Sundays, semifinals, finals.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's tiring.
Jess, what do you think NRG's going?
Mark said 3-2, eh?
I see the 3-2.
I see the 3-2
if they
as well.
beat FaZe,
I just want to say, I want to say 4-1.
if they're beating FaZe.
Yeah.
If they beat FaZe,
well, I think
the
actually,
4-1
like
there.
they might lose to MIBR for one shot, for whatever reason. I just think with the new Russian lineup, they just might not be able to cope. They'll just do something different that they're not used to. So I think they're going to take a loss because NRG can't really, I wouldn't consider them top tier team. Maybe you guys would, but
So you got NRG going.
so they're going to win against FaZe. No, they're going to lose against FaZe, and they're going to lose against MIBR, and they're going to win all their other games. So what's that? 3-2.
3-2. I got 3-2 as well.
Yeah.
Same.
3-2.
Yeah, we all say 3-2.
All right, let's go to Renegades.
Renegades, I'm picking 1-4.
I have 2 and 3. I think they're beating Cloud9. That's my go. I think they can beat Cloud9.
I don't know. Scary to see. It's such a 50-50 if they're going to beat Cloud9 or not. They're so new, right? It's like essentially a brand new team.
Well, the odds go in their favor. I mean, most people are probably going to pick
Renegades.
Yeah.
Just because they're a proven team right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I'll go the same.
Can you go what? 2
3,
and 3 or
yeah.
1 and 4?
Dude, 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1-4. I mean, we could make this interesting and say if someone is to get all of this right, could that be your saving grace?
Perfect bracket. Perfect bracket.
For the challenge, the losers challenge.
You just have to do like a shot glass instead.
Yeah. Okay, now we can go FaZe.
FaZe, I'm predicting 4-1.
4-1. That's mine.
Yeah, 4-1 too. FaZe going to lose the Liquid, that's it.
Yeah. I don't see another team being able to beat. Oh no, I picked NRG is going to beat them.
Yeah,
they're going 3-2. I think NRG is going to beat them.
Yeah, they better not.
That first game, I think NRG could definitely do it.
And then
Especially it's on Nuke, right? Long range map.
First game's on Nuke.
Give Circle,
That's a toss up.
Give Circle a lot of power.
I give the edge to FaZe though.
Yeah.
MIBR next.
Well, Aaron's still got to go.
I'm going to go 4-1 too.
4-1. MIBR. 0-5 for me.
I already picked MIBR to lose once. Oh no, win once against NRG.
So you got 1 and 4.
1-4. I got a little bit of faith in you, MIBR.
Marco.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna say they go 0-5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that too.
0-5.
Just because there's that big dark cloud over them already. But
That a cold Zera cloud?
Speaking of clouds,
who knows?
Cloud9.
I know it's a good segue. Who knows though? Like with the tournament like this, like they could go 5-0. That's you don't know. Their games are all on one day.
Yeah.
That's why I give them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm just
they
going,
might beat NRG.
I'm just going based off of what I think and my feelings are, and based off of just the overall atmosphere and just how they're feeling and what the news is coming out with, and they just cannot be riding high.
I mean,
they have to be so down on themselves, and if they lose that first game, which against Renegades, that's going to determine for me the entire rest of the day for them. I think they lose. And technically speaking, they played the easiest 2 games. Their first game's against Renegades, their second one's against Cloud9. So it's set up for them to go 2-0 right off the bat, but I think they're going to go 0-5.
Also want to say, just for and Cold Zera's respect too, I mean, he's looking to get traded to another team. He's not going to be traded to a good team by doing a shit performance at his Blast Pro LA. So I'm expecting that he's going to be wanting to turn up to kind of prove himself and, prove he's worth the money to some other esport organization that he can go to.
I mean, like they've bowed out early in like the last few major tournaments. They haven't really perform well in the first place, and now
said early. Maybe the first 2 I think rounds they were out.
Yeah, for Cologne, for Cologne, but I'm talking about like going back to like IM Sydney and stuff. Even then, they didn't play well.
They haven't made out of anything.
Yeah, so
I don't remember seeing them in the playoffs in a very long time.
I can't remember them getting out of group stages.
It's been at least 6 months.
So you already have that, and now to add on, Coldzera saying he doesn't even want to play for you guys anymore. He wants to get traded. That has to say a lot.
He meant like verbatim said that he didn't want to play.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah,
the last 2 events he's playing is Chicago and Blast. And
but did he like announce saying like I don't want this team anymore?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Fully announced.
I'm pretty sure he did like it personally on Twitter too.
That's gotta be a tough one for Fallen, especially Fallen, who's like convinced Coldzera's parents to let him play CS:GO professional. Like they're really good friends, right? The 3 of them are kind of like the 3 amigos this entire run through, Luminosity, SK, MIBR, and now it's kind of like a knife in the back, right? For one of your best friends to say he doesn't want to play with you anymore.
I know.
It's tough.
It's one of those things where you don't want to waste when you're at the peak of your game. You don't want to waste that opportunity, right? Like he is still. I mean, he was the number 1 player 2 years ago, and it was like everyone's like, "There's no one even close to him." And now he's slipped quite a bit. The conversation was between him and Nico, and he's not really up there at all, probably. Not even top 5. Maybe top 10, probably. But
he's not top 5 for sure.
He's probably top 10.
Say, even if you saw him in your fantasy on a tier 1 or anything, would you even pick Coldzera?
No, honestly,
there's better options
it's so inconsistent at this point. It's because he always plays well, but MIBR as a whole doesn't play well. So, like, it's just an inconsistent game.
Yeah, his points per match will be really high, but they can't get any past group stages. So
there's a lot of holes. A lot of holes in their game right now. That's the problem.
Yeah,
like he can only do so much, and I mean the only good thing comes on their offense, right? But what happens, I find, especially with them, it's like as soon as they lose 2, 3, 4 rounds in a row, it's almost like they slowly get down on themselves. And
they get frustrated and toxic,
and it's almost like they've given up.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, this doesn't work. Who cares? I'm done. It's that type of mentality.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, we tried this strategy, didn't work. We thought it was going to work. Let's move on to the next game.
Yeah, it's almost like a toxicity just kind of goes over top of them, that type of thing. So,
so with that, let's go to our final team, Cloud9. I think the most polarizing team for us to pick through.
I'm gonna go with 2 and 3.
2 and 3 for Mark.
Who are they beating?
They're gonna beat Renegades and they're gonna beat MIBR.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
So you thinking 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, I say 2 and 3 as well.
I'm gonna say 3 and 3.
That's impossible.
They can't do that.
Yeah, they can.
3 and 3.
They could lose to.
That's impossible.
They only play 5 games.
They only play 5 games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they all only play 5 games.
1, 2, 3.
There's 16.
4, 5. Yep, you're right. Okay.
It's like a scene from The Hangover where the guy started seeing all the math equations flying across.
Just take it.
10 and 6. Well, because I see you guys think they're going to win against Renegades. I think they're going to lose against Renegades.
I think it's going to be a close game.
That's my only.
So you think 1 and 4?
Yeah, so 1 and 4. Well. Oh, you got 1 and 4 as well?
I do.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm a little biased.
Yeah, I think
because I'm picking. I already know who my picks are going to be, and I'm picking a Cloud9 player for sure.
So, yeah, so my top 4, I'm picking Liquid Phase, NRG, Cloud9. Those are my top 4.
Yeah, right now it looks like, you have Liquid Phase, NRG, and Cloud9. You have Liquid, NRG, FaZe, and Renegades. I also have the exact same as you.
And I have the same as Mark.
Yeah.
But I'm just all about that Liquid Phase, really.
The only difference between ours is Renegades and Cloud9. 2 of us pick Cloud9 advance.
That's literally the only difference.
And really, that's the only game that could really go 50-50 either way.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one.
Interesting.
All
right, so...
Tier 1, boys?
I guess we'll move on to the draft. And we'll announce right now the order, right? So because Justin finished last in the last one, he's going to get first pick. However, we are allowed to pick the same players because only 3 players in Tier 1. But we are allowed to pick the same players even though Justin picks first. So it goes Justin, then who?
No, you guys... No, we were going to do...
Who won? Was
first.
It
Aaron?
Whoever
won. I came first.
If you won, we were going to let you pick first.
No,
he came third in CS.
I won Rocket League. I was first in Rocket League.
You came first in CS. I came second.
Yeah,
you did.
I came first.
My big run. It was like 4. It was like first.
I was third in CS. So
I remember that. Yeah.
I get second pick. Then it goes Nick, and then Aaron. Yeah. for CS, and then it'll keep reversing that way. So
okay.
We're doing it. Same players through all 5. It's just for strategy at this point.
Pick who you want.
Yeah. So the loser, which will be announced on Monday, we'll do a recap of Blast, and we'll announce the loser, and we'll also do the challenge. So the loser of this event has to do a fast food smoothie, and it's not a milkshake or anything like that. It's literally items from fast food restaurants blended together with Coke or orange juice or something gross.
Yeah, we each get a pick.
So basically, all the other 3 guys will get to pick one solid and one liquid that you get to put into the smoothie, and then we combine all of them together. So I can pick I can go like filet-o-fish and like a chocolate milkshake.
I
got thrown in there.
I think this is probably one of the worst ones. I can't think of something worse to do.
So you get to pick a solid and a liquid.
I don't. I would rather paint. I could do anything, but this. I want to lose this.
I'm definitely asking give me an Arby's roast beef with a lot of mayo.
You're assuming you're not losing this right now.
I think Nick's going to lose.
Nick loses.
I'm so excited about
I don't know if I'm going to lose, guys. I really don't. It's going to be kind of tough.
Well, I think I'm the one that's going to take the most amount of risks in this tournament because I'm picking Cloud9.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm grabbing a high risk, high reward.
I think I'm going to be more risk.
But you've paid off on that before, too. 10 times fold before.
Yeah. I did it in Rocket League. I was the only guy that took NRG players. I stacked NRG.
That's right.
I think you guys went to
one. Smartest thing
I took 6.
Yeah.
I think we were all Vitality.
Everyone knows that.
You guys went hard on Vitality.
Yeah,
one guy.
You would have expected.
Something Vitality was supposed to win.
They were probably the most favored to win.
They're out in the quarters, and they got swept.
Okay, back to CS.
But back to CS. Okay, so Justin gets the first pick. Tier 1, just so you guys know, is Nico, Mixwell, and Tens. You guys probably wondering why Mixwell and Tens are up there, and they possibly can stay up there. But their ratings are pretty high, but it's because they've probably been playing some lower-end teams. So right now, just so you guys have some sort of an idea of what their fantasy points are like. So Nico averages 54.3 fantasy points per match. Mixwell, this is his first official tournament on EliteDuels. So right now he has an average of 0. And Tens has been in events before. He averages 22.5 fantasy points per match.
I want to say Tens has only been in there as a sub.
Maybe he has done this. It's been in one of the lower tiered contests that we've run. When there's been, it was one of the tournaments. I forget which one, but he has played. I remember seeing his name there. So those are our 3 picks for Tier 1. Justin gets the first pick.
I'm gonna go with my boy Nico.
Controversial pick.
So I'm second. I'm gonna go Nico as well.
Oh, I think
I'm gonna keep the train going. I'm gonna go Nico,
and I'm Nico as well.
It's a
tough one.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I was very close to going Mixwell.
Pick your Mixwell. Pick your Mixwell.
Yeah, really take Mixwell.
You want to go Cloud9.
I was very close to going
You got Tens there too. 2 Cloud9 guys you're not picking?
Don't worry, they're coming. So, Aaron, you get us first pick in Tier 2. Tier 2 players. And again, you can follow us on EliteDuels.com. It goes live Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tier 2 is Twist, Coldzera, Breeze, Elise, JKS, and Ethan.
I'm going Elise easily.
Oh, Elise, yeah.
He popped off in the last tournament.
Twist. One word. Twist.
Yeah, it's a close one between Twist and Elise.
Elise got more points last tournament.
He did get more points. He averaged more fantasy points per map too.
But actually, Twist usually does get
Twist during the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's usually Twist, and you could look at this because of how the ranking system works. But Twist and Coldzera both have the same rating as Tens. They both could have been Tier 1 players. It's very close between Twist and Elise, but I'm gonna lean towards Twist. I always go Twist.
I usually always go Twist. And I went Elise for the last tournament for ESL 1, and he didn't perform as well as Twist, but I'm still going to stick with Elise for this one.
All right. Okay.
I like that.
I think he's going to do better. I think he's do better.
Moving on to Tier 3. Tier 3 players are Naf, Automatic, Jacob, Cirque, Fur, and Rain, and Justin is first up again.
Okay, this one was a scary one for me, because I see there's 2 players here that I really want. There's Naf and Rain. But I'd say just for the safer pick for myself, I'm going to have to go with Naf.
But it kind of hurts me that I can't pick Rain, because Rain is usually a top-tier performer. Especially, I'm kind of weird to see him in a Tier 3. I guess that's based on his past performance with FaZe, which hasn't been super great, so it's understandable.
Well, just out of curiosity, what's everyone picking for the finals? Who do they have?
Liquid FaZe for myself.
Liquid FaZe.
Both FaZe and Liquid. See, I could see it being any of FaZe versus Liquid or Liquid versus NRG. I can see that.
That's what I was going to say.
I'd say NRG or a close MIBR, depending on how they play.
So for me, this is down between 3 players: Naf, Automatic, and Cirque. I really want to pick Cirque or Automatic, but when you look at Naf, not only is he on the best team in the world right now, and they're probably going to win this whole event and pretty much guarantee yourself to go to the finals, so you're going to get that extra game. He's averaging over 30 more points than Automatic per match, which is crazy. So it's like, how do I not take him?
Pick your Cloud9.
But I'm actually going to go a little bit off the board here, and I'm going to go with Cirque.
Okay. I like that.
That's understandable.
I definitely like NRG, and I like if they're playing a lot of long range maps.
Yeah.
Cirque is an unreal opera, so I definitely see it.
And Cirque doesn't get like an average amount of points if he's doing well. He's way above. Yeah. So I see why you're making that, but it's definitely a little high risk, high reward scenario.
I'm also going to go off the board here, and I'm going to take Naf.
Yeah, that's off the board. Nick's going as safe as possible right now.
I am too.
I don't want to drink that.
Come on.
It's going to be
Is it
gross.
my turn?
Yeah.
I'm going Naf too. Like,
I'm going to hope that Naf...
right now I'm double stacking Liquid.
Naf stubs his thumb on something.
Naf has visa issues.
Yeah, he's from the States. No, I think he's Canadian, isn't it?
Canadian.
Yeah.
Twist,
yeah.
Naf is
No, he's
Canadian,
American.
so he could have these issues.
Where is he? Canadian.
Yeah,
Him and Twist are
Naf
Canadian.
and Twist are Canadian.
Yeah.
Ooh. So you guys all took Naf.
Yeah.
Every single one of you.
Hopefully that'll be the deciding
Justin
factor.
have the exact same team.
Yeah,
so
we're
far.
pretty
You guys have
close.
the same
We're doing
team.
the same. We don't want to
Cool.
drink this.
I don't want to drink. Yeah.
Or they could both lose here.
Fine with me, whatever.
No, I definitely think Tier 4, Tier 5.
Do we have the exact same team so
We're
far?
gonna start. We had the same picks for finals too, but I'm wondering who you're gonna start picking for Tier 4.
Yeah, this is
Tier
where it
4 and
gets
Tier
interesting.
5, this is when it gets tough, and you make kind of like your off the board picks. I already made my off the board.
I really
pick.
want them to tie for last place, and they both have to drink it.
Oh,
That'd
that
be
would
fantastic.
We'll
I
see.
didn't think about that.
We're gonna see.
That'd be better. I'd
in
drink
this
it with
pick.
you.
I don't think we're gonna have the same
He's got
pick.
someone to do it with.
Is this one my pick now?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
first again.
So I'm trying. Yeah.
I'll read them out quickly, sir, before you go. So in Tier 4, it's Tarek, Stewie, Stanislaw, Nitro, Fallen, and Guardian.
It's either Stewie or Nitro.
That's who he's looking Liquid guys the whole time.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
you're
I'm
gonna
thinking.
go.
Aaron.
That's what Aaron's
You think
looking at.
FaZe gonna make it? Because if you do, Guardian.
And he's
joins it,
looking.
too.
He's like, oh, Stewie
Go Nico
2K, 57.6, Nitro 63. I'll probably go with Nitro.
I mean, it's also good to
Shots at me,
diversify
yeah.
because if you have too many Liquid guys, like if
Yeah.
one guy carries, you might be missing out on points. So
And
I'm
at least,
actually-
like, you know what? All my guys could be out on Liquid,
That's what I mean.
and you could have one guy in that keeps you in third, right?
So I'm going Tarek.
Ooh.
Not that pick. So you
Different.
I want to diversify. I want to get at least 4 different teams in my picks right now.
Well, I'm scared. I kind of
Here's
want
the
to
thing,
Yeah.
though. Yes, it's good to diversify, but if it ends up working out to being FaZe and Liquid, and these guys only take FaZe Liquid guys, they have 5 guys in the finals. But if it
But
does,
FaZe
if one of those guys don't make it,
That's
one of
what
those
I mean.
teams,
Yeah.
then they're
I
in
have
some
a FaZe
trouble.
guy, so I mean,
Yeah, we all took Nico, so
Yeah.
I mean it washes everything. That's why I was like, I'll take Cirque, right? Because Nico and Twist, they're expected to go far. They're expected to get points, and you guys all took Nico, and I think 2 of us took Twist. 2 of you guys took Elige. So they'll probably offset each other. So I'll take Cirque and hope that he goes off a couple games and gets more points, and maybe they make it to the finals. Who knows?
Okay, well,
He's not going to do that.
Is it? Yes, my go. I'm gonna take Nitro.
Nitro, eh?
Oh, it's back to me.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, I'm leaning in this case towards Nitro and Tarek. But in this case, I'm going Nitro because I do believe Liquid not only makes it to the finals, but I think they win this event. So I'll be going Nitro in Tier 4.
See, here's your problem, Mark. Because now we go into Tier 5, and like you're gonna probably have 3 different teams now, or 4 almost at this point, right? FaZe, NRG, Liquid.
I will have 3 for sure.
3 for sure, and if you don't take all of Meister, you're gonna have 4.
Yeah.
Or Daps.
Yeah, there's still room for me here.
I'm taking Nitro as well.
Yeah.
I did have Stewie, but I'm not going to confirm for me. I need Nitro.
Stewie's just as good. But
he is, but
with Stewie, he's their entry fragger.
Yeah,
so
if he doesn't get those entry kills, they're screwed.
Well, if he gets the entry kill but gets killed right away, he just ends up being even or end up going minus because he's either going to get the entry kill and get traded out, or he doesn't get the entry kill and dies.
Yeah, and that's
which is why he's a
factor.
minus.
It's a big factor because there's always that one guy who's got to take that first frag. Go out the door first.
The only time it goes well is if he somehow there's a good pop flash and he gets a 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
it's
rare.
So rare.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah.
All right, final tier.
So final tier goes back to Justin for first pick. In this tier, you've got Kusta, Lucas, Olaf, Liaz, AZR, Gratisfaction, Taco, Neo, and Daps.
This one I'm, because you guys are kind of picking off too. Like I want to pick a Renegades guy, but I gotta have to put all my eggs in one basket and go Olaf here.
It's
and
kind
just
of
pray to the CS
Who's your
gods.
tier 4 again?
My tier 4 is Nitro.
Okay.
Who'd you take? You took Tarek, right?
I took Tarek.
It's kind of crazy when you look at all these fantasy points per match, their average. There's not that much disparity in tier 5. As much as you think there would be, but there's not that much difference between players. So the only thing that's different here is who do you think's going to make it farther?
Yeah, that's the main factor.
I was looking at a Cloud9 guy, but I mean, I would rather just play it a little more safe, and that's why.
I could be super safe here and diversify, right? I could take a Cloud9 player in Kusta or Daps, and I'm represented by 3 different teams. Sorry, 4. I have 4 different teams.
That's what I originally wanted to do.
Only 2 make it to the finals.
That's what I mean.
And the semifinals are best of 3.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of points there.
There's a lot of points there. If you guys don't make it to semifinals,
I'm in trouble. But the only thing is here is I'm very, very confident that Liquid, NRG, and FaZe will all make it to the quarters, right? So those are all my picks so far.
Yeah.
So I could take a Cloud9 guy, and if they make it to the playoffs and you guys didn't even take a Cloud9 guy, I'm in the bonus already. And if somehow they make it to the finals, I'm in the massive bonus. Like how you had Vitality last time, right? That's why you won CS.
Basically,
you got 3 extra games out of them.
Yeah,
like you got quarters, semis, and the finals.
Yeah,
we only drafted players.
I intentionally did that too.
Yeah, that was.
I knew that they were probably going to lose and make their way through the.
That was so big. And for us, I don't think I had one guy in the quarterfinals. I think I took only semifinal players. I still didn't lose, but that was a huge factor.
Is there a chance that Liquid and FaZe can play in semifinals?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's scary.
I think 2 and 3. The 2 and 3 spot is going to be up for grabs against NRG and FaZe. They're going to battle it out. I think the winner of the first, whoever wins, is going to finish second place. Yeah. I have FaZe just by 1 map.
Yeah, I'd say by maybe 1%, I'm picking FaZe.
Battling it out for 2 and 3 doesn't matter though. They'll just play each other.
Well, you can't.
There's 4 that you don't want to be in.
There's no Liquid's
going to get 1.
Yeah, NRG and
4.
FaZe. Right now, I think NRG and FaZe are going to play.
In the semis.
Yeah, they'll play against each other.
So
in the
really,
semis.
you're picking Renegades or Cloud9.
So it'll be Liquid to play either Cloud9, Renegades, or MIBR.
MIBR, yeah.
Based off of what we think.
I hate. Oh my god, man! Liquid and FaZe.
Well, there's no NRG in tier 5, so I mean.
No, there's no one. Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, there's Daps.
No, Daps.
Daps Cloud9. Sorry, yeah, sorry.
So by the way, everyone's talking. I'm assuming everyone's gonna go with like a FaZe pick here. Maybe a Cloud9 for Mark.
Well, everyone's probably. I'm going to assume. Everyone's fault. The 3 of you are going to take Olaf.
Yeah,
I know Nick is because he's playing safe.
Olaf.
Yeah,
there's no
Olaf is not
NRG,
safe.
right?
Olaf
there's no
is,
NRG.
What, getting 4 points per map?
There's no NRG. There's no Liquid. Do you want to? I'm going to make my pick. I'm going to diversify here. I'm going Kusta.
That's who I had before, but
I think that's a smart choice, actually.
I'm scared because if they don't make playoffs, I'm drinking this thing, and I really don't want to.
That literally.
Yeah,
by your roster,
Liquid.
right? You have 2 Cloud9, right?
No, one. But I'm diverse. I have 4 teams on mine.
I'm actually going off the board. I'm taking AZR.
Oh, AZR from Renegades.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a shorter tournament, especially because they're only playing the
you have to just
one
hope.
game at the beginning.
You just want to make sure the teams, the 4 teams. Like I have 4 teams. All those 4 teams need to make it to the quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm leaning against. Basically, I'm very confident in the 3. It's just Kusta whether or not he makes it. I know I'm guaranteed 5, but I could get another 3 maps if he makes it to the quarters, and if they go to the 3rd map, right?
Yeah.
So we just need
Cloud9.
2
more.
We need Cloud9 to do bad. Mark just thinks the thing.
Yeah, that's literally
we're all good.
That's
Let's hope Cloud9 loses, guys.
I got Olaf.
Yeah, he goes
Me and Justin have
I can't.
Do you guys realize how bad he's been playing?
That's why I didn't take him. That's why I took
Well,
AZR.
I think he's
I just wanted to
Olaf
guys.
is so bad right now.
There's no NRG pick, and I don't want to pick a Renegades, Cloud9, or MIBR because I don't think.
Here's the thing with Olaf.
They're not going to go.
We go back to all of our conversations we used to have about this guy, how bad he was. Even if he does play those extra games, he's been so bad where it's like he might give you 2 points, or he take points away.
But I think it's going to be better than the negative points that you guys will get if he doesn't get in.
Who knows? Like AZR is always a really good player for Renegades. He could easily put up way more points than all of Meister's going to do in the extra 3 games.
What if he doesn't make semis? What if they don't make semis?
Doesn't even matter if he plays well. If he plays well in the group stage,
you lose at least 5 games.
Yeah, but if you play well in the group stage compared to Olaf, who's literally just going to be getting dragged by Nico through every single game,
like here's the thing: if they can come out of the group stage with a really high KD, right? Yeah. Then your fantasy points are going to be a lot higher than Olaf, because Olaf is most likely not going to have a positive KD, right? Because based off of how FaZe plays, their 2 anchors on each side is going to be between Guardian, Rain, and Nico. Like Olaf is in a support position now where he's not meant to make big plays because it's not in his repertoire anymore. Or maybe he's tired. Who knows what's going on? But he's not making those plays anymore.
I would say he's not there for the plays though, but he's there for the clutches. He's there to win the rounds.
So maybe at most he's getting a kill a round, but he's probably going to die at the same time. Like I don't see him
more than likely
getting a positive KD out of the. Especially with these are good teams we're playing. It's not like Cologne where it was a 16-team event, but they had a lot of lower-end teams there, so there were kind of games where it's like, okay, that's a gimme game. There's no gimmies here. I think people are going to think Cloud9 is going to be the gimme. I don't think so.
Well, I'm hoping that they destroy Cloud9.
Yeah, you guys are.
And that they destroy MIBR as well.
But actually, didn't Cloud9 beat FaZe last time they played each other? It's like a few months ago they played each other and Cloud9 beat them.
Possibly. Well, Cloud9 beat them, and that was the major finals. Was FaZe?
Was FaZe versus Cloud9?
Yeah.
Well,
But I know you guys probably don't have that much, that much experience watching Kusta.
Yeah, and that's the big thing.
It's a very good opera. So who knows? It's tier 5, right? This is where you're supposed to make your kind of like your make or break, right? Like for me, I'd rather take the risk in tier 5 than on the risk in tier 1 or tier 2.
Yeah,
I'd rather know for sure. Okay, get the for sure points in my tier 1 and tier 2, even tier 3 sometimes. But once I hit tier 4 and tier 5, now it's going okay. I'd rather pick a guy who's got a really high ceiling, has the capability of doing hitting 3 or 4Ks, than picking somebody who I think is just going to make it to the finals, but not really perform that well.
Well, Kusta, you guys made me do it.
I know. I'm going Kusta too.
I'm going Kusta.
Me too.
No. Kusta
was
nice job,
no. Sorry,
this is your
You guys
fault.
made your picks. No, you can't go back.
You're changing it.
We never submitted.
I said Kusta.
You can't do all those good points then.
I'm not submitting.
I'm allowed to. I'm making my point for Kusta.
You guys got to take Olaf. You guys got to take Olaf. Come on.
Justin,
that's your own curse.
You made your pick, and then it came to me, and I made my pick. There's no way we can go back. If that's the case,
I'm going back.
That's
okay. He's last. He can still change.
Yeah, you didn't take your pick.
You can still change.
This is still Nick's pick right now.
I'm AZR. I'm staying with it.
It's on your pick. Aaron, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Until I say it's done.
My original sheet was Kusta.
Go Kusta.
Then he changed it to Olaf.
I'm going to go Kusta just for the sake of me and Justin not having 4 of the exact same players.
So
do that.
What is your team then, Aaron?
My team is Nico, Elige, Naf, Tarek, and Kusta.
Yeah, see, if you picked Olaf, you guys would have 1 player different.
That's why I picked it.
All right, and then Nick, what do you have?
Nico, Twist, Naf, Nitro, AZR.
Justin has the same team as Aaron, except he has...
Since I got Nitro.
No, it's 2 different now.
I got Nitro and Olaf. My tier 4 and tier 5 are different.
And then I've got Nico, Twist, Cirque, Nitro, and Kusta.
Submitted.
I'm hitting submit right now. We should all hit submit at the same time.
Submit.
This is in the $3 contest on EliteDuels right now. You can all see our names. Mine's just straight up Mark. If you want to look at the standings or entries.
Just Elite is me.
Shroud's my best friend.
Gibster.
There you go.
Come on, Olaf, buddy.
Those
support player. You're going to be making friends.
Those are our teams. This is going to be really exciting, actually. It's crazy how much when you... Not only when you play fantasy sports, it's already fun when there's money involved and there's prizes, but when you have the little side bets like this, it makes it that much more exciting.
I don't even care about the money. I do not. I don't want to drink this thing. Money. I just do not want to drink that.
Oh God, yeah, I'm not. I can do it, but just the thought of all those things, like everyone's picking a solid and a liquid. Like you could have orange juice, apple juice, and like Coke or something like that.
You could line up 3 of those chicken wings, and I'll eat every single one fully.
Like, that's a lot of food too. Like we each pick a solid and a liquid. Like that's just a lot to eat.
A
4 pounds per sip.
A 6-incher from Subway with so much gross things on it. That might be my thing.
So try. I mean, should we?
A lot of sauce. Yeah.
Should we try to blend it down here? I guess we could.
Yeah, we gotta blend it right here on the table.
Yeah.
We all get.
Well, we have a magic bullet, so we'll have to whatever we have. Have to be like little cuts of everything to put it in.
Yeah, portions.
Yeah.
Have a full burger in.
We can bring our bigger ones.
Or you can bring the big blender. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But regardless, on the next podcast or on the next show, we're gonna be having somebody drink a really gross smoothie.
Someone throwing up.
The loser. But anyways, that kind of concludes our show today. It's a short one, just because we only have the Blast Pro Series to talk about. The next show will be on Monday. And what is that date? Let's just check here. What is Monday? It's the day after the Blast wraps up.
The 15th.
So Monday, July 15th, we'll be doing a recap show of the Blast Pro Series. We'll go through all the top players, fantasy perspectives for each team. We'll recap, like I said, the entire tournament, and then we'll also go through 1 through 4 of our teams in the standings for our own internal draft, and then we always finish it off with a nice drink of the smoothie this time around. And then next week, we'll also be doing a Fortnite-specific podcast to talk about the upcoming World Cup, which takes place in New York. There are 4 contests up right now on EliteDuels. There's 2 solos and 2 duo events. 2 of them are free to play, so you can enter and try EliteDuels for the very first time if you're looking to do that. And there's a lot of players to go through that. We may have to do we may have to do 2 parts for that one to go through that. But anyways, any closing remarks from you guys?
I think I'm going to try to keep the 2-0 record.
Don't lose.
Take my crown back.
Let's go C9. I'm excited to watch this weekend.
Let's go FaZe. Come on, FaZe.
Yeah, you gotta prove Mark wrong. You gotta prove Mark right now.
NRG and Cloud9 are gonna miss the playoffs, and Mark's gonna be screwed.
Yes,
they're both gonna miss.
Both gonna miss. Mark's gonna be screwed.
Watch Liquid and FaZe.
Liquid and FaZe miss, and I'm actually fully out. I have AZR. AZR is gonna carry.
That would be funny. It would definitely not happen, but it would be funny. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on Monday. Peace.
This is EliteDuels, the world's first skill-based daily fantasy esports contest. Pick your team, play daily, win cash. With multiple daily contest types across your favorite games, manage your team by selecting from the highest rated Tier 1 players to the Tier 5 dark horses. You'll earn 1 point for every kill, half a point for every assist, but lose half a point for every death. Cheer on your team and watch them earn points as they play. Win real cash you can withdraw in seconds. Being an esports champ has never been easier. EliteDuels, bringing fun and excitement from fantasy sports to professional esports.